Welcome back.
How's it going,
And
guys?
yeah, thank you all for joining us. Welcome to another LEGO Brawls live stream. It's been a while since we've done one of these, but you know what? It's like riding a bike, and we're back and we're better than ever.
Ready to roll. Training wheels are off.
So for those of you who don't know, I'm Genevieve, and I am the community lead at Red Games, and joined here with Evan, my favorite Evan, probably your favorite Evan. He's a developer and mastermind of LEGO Brawls, and he's going to be walking us through our newest base race game mode, which is super exciting. This is the first time ever that we're like previewing content prior to its release. So
Right.
we're definitely looking forward to your questions and looking forward to playing some and, just previewing it all for you guys.
Yeah, we're super excited too for this to get out into everybody's hands. We've it's a new mode, like you had mentioned. It's kind of exciting, lots of fun, and we hope that you guys really enjoy it. So we're super excited to be here and to get to sit and show it off today. So it should be tons of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. First off, though, I want to just give a few little reminders. If you guys want, you could head over to our website, legobrawlsgame.com. We have a newsletter that you could sign up for, so you could be the first to find out about things. Also, we have social and community channels at LEGO Brawls is our little tag. And also, we have a Discord server. So if you want to join our Discord server, we have an amazing community over there. People will give you tips and tricks. We have a pun of the day. We do all kinds of fun things there. So definitely check that out. And if you're watching us on YouTube, welcome. Please subscribe to our channel. That's another way you can be the first to find out about things. So yeah, that's everything you think of at the moment. In the meantime, I think we should roll the trailer for our newest game mode, Base Race. That was so hype.
That was awesome. Very cool. Yeah, so Genevieve, should we talk a little bit about like the game mode? I know the trailer kind of goes into it a little bit, but before we get in and start playing, I think it's kind of probably a good idea to get a small idea of how the game mode actually plays.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
So let's talk about it. So let's come in here and see. So anyway, we've got some stuff here for our updates, but yeah, the game mode itself, base race. So what happens is separate teams, each team kind of has their own base on either side of the map, and what you're going to do is as a team you're going to go out and you're going to kind of try and collect these resources. There's trees you can collect resources from, there's rocks, those sorts of things, and then you bring them back to your tower and you deposit them, and that builds your tower. And so it's as the name implies, it's a race, so we're racing to see which team can build their base the fastest. And then there's a lot of like fun little curveballs and things in there that kind of make it lots of fun. There's a lot of back and forth, kind of like a big tug of war. So it's lots of fun. So anyway, we can try and jump in there and have a look at it. We've got some other stuff there, new mystery bags, new content. We'll look at some of that stuff I think a little bit later as well, but might as well jump right into it, I would say, and see if we can
For sure.
get
I'm
into
already
it.
loving that minifig you got there. It's very March themed. I don't
Yeah,
know if you intended that.
he's a favorite for sure. I built him. It's been a few streams ago, but he's one of my favorites for sure.
He has green hair now. Did he have green hair last time?
I think so. Yeah, green and
Oh,
the
wow.
orange beard.
I was thinking you're just trying to build like a leprechaun.
No, that's just kind of where my heart takes me sometimes, I think. So we are gonna. I had to pop out there since this is, like you said, this is the first time we're doing a stream before this content is actually out there. So we're a little bit at the mercy of kind of the randomness of this as far as getting to play base race. So we might have to jump in and out a time or two, but we'll get in there. I wish that we had a sweet veto vote or something that we could just use to jump straight in. But
I mean, in the meantime, I'm seeing so many familiar faces in chat here. Ross Croft, JPHS Racer, welcome, welcome, Lego Show. So good to see you guys here. Some people saying they missed us, and we missed you too. That's why you got to join our Discord, because we're always in the Discord. We're not always live streaming, but we're always in the Discord.
right.
um, yeah, the gang's all here. Let us know if you're new, where you're from, or just if you've been around here before. Let us know where in the world you are, because we're always curious.
Let's wait for a sec on this one. I keep revealing our hand too early, I think, for the random numbers. And then they think, oh, these guys want to play base race. But we're not going to do it.
Ross Croft 96 says, I noticed a new wizard and dragon minifigure. How exciting.
Yes, it's going to be fun. And like I said, there's actually there's quite a bit of new content in the castle track, and we'll go in there. We'll have a look at that.
Yeah, for sure. And before I get into a game too, I want to give a shout out to our play testers. This is also the first time prior to a new update that we went into our community and we asked people if they wanted to play test before release to give us some feedback on how the game mode was playing and looking and feeling. We got so much good feedback, and we'll actually cover a few of the things that we implemented in the game mode since that play test. But big shout out to those in the community who came out and helped us. It was also just really fun to play with everybody. So yeah, hopefully we can do another one of those pretty soon.
For sure. And like you said, it's really awesome to see, like you said, the community come out and play test. And then, we gather as much information and feedback from that. And then being on the development side, taking that feedback and actually like implementing it in the game. It's so cool to have like that come full circle where it's like our community is actually influencing decisions that we're making. And, we're kind of, doing the best that we can to make something that's fun for everybody. So
yeah, totally.
There
were so many good questions too. But also, if you guys have questions, don't be afraid to drop them in chat, and we will try to answer them for you.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay, so you can see here we've started on the left side here. So we're on Team King, and like I'd mentioned out here, you see there's a couple trees here. I'm just gonna kind of like play it a little bit exploratory for a minute, but as you hit these, you can see we're chipping away all these resources, and I'm carrying 7 of them now. And really all you got to do is come back to your base, hang out for a sec, and those have been deposited. So now we've got 46 total in our base, which is not enough to win yet. And we can see our opponents, they've got 38. And we're just going to sit here and we're just going to battle over all these resources, and it's going to be tons of fun. But
what's going on with that cart down at the bottom there?
That's what I was going to talk about here. So
cool.
We have these mine carts that spawn, and this one, we better get to it. This is a gold mine cart. So it's got a bunch of gold in it, and you can see that it's kind of ticking up as time passes. So it's kind of becoming more valuable as time goes on. But if we get that into our base, boom, right like that, you can see that we just deposited a whole mess of bricks there. So our tower is building. I've got some more. We're at 130 now, so this is looking like a pretty good scenario for us.
The level of construction there is pretty nice for how fast you guys are building this.
I mean, it's not too bad. I don't know how structurally sound it all is, being built so quickly and stuff, but it's
well, the king seems safe, I hope.
Yeah, he seems all right up there, right? We can get some more resources in there to kind of try and balance it out a little bit more. That last story looks a little bit questionable, but
it does, yeah.
Yeah. And so you'll notice too on these trees, we're about to get another gold cart. Go team, go. So that's kind of what's fun about these carts, is that you sort of, you kind of catch them out of the corner of your eye, and then it's like, oh, mine cart. And then you got to kind of rush down and help. Oh, see, they got that one there.
So they're catching up.
they're starting to catch up. We still got a pretty decent lead. I'm not sweating just yet, but who knows? But yeah, those minecarts are really fun because there's kind of this sort of loop you get into where you're collecting stuff, you're depositing stuff, and just when you feel like you've got your rhythm and you're all settled in, they pop in and you got to go deal with a minecart now. There are two different types of minecarts, and so far we've only seen just the gold minecart, but there is a different type of minecart, and I won't spoil it, but you guys have probably seen it from the main menu there when we were out. But anyway, you can see, so we've gotten over 200 bricks there, so we triggered the countdown, and we brought home the gold trophy there.
Very nice looking team you have there too.
Yeah, not too bad. We're kind of an eclectic mix, I would say. Lots of space aliens, pharaohs, green-haired.
You got some nice studs there too. Add your collection.
It's good stuff.
GG.
And you can see I've switched back to the castle track too, so we can kind of make some progress on this as we go through. We got some cool new battle hammers that might actually be something we want to switch out here in just a sec, but let's see if we can get another game started. Looks like this might be going to Western.
JPSH Racer says, cannot wait to party up when this game releases, or when this releases.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it'll be so much fun to party up with all your friends and either actively work against them or work with them.
For sure. And we'll have to do another stream like this sometime after, so we can do a stream and invite the viewers to play with us like we normally do. So
yeah, I know, that's always so much fun too. Sometimes we build a rock and roll band, and
yeah,
it gets wild, but
it gets wild. You never know where it's gonna take us. Let's see. We got a 4-way tie. Oh, that's castle. Almost.
I want to ask the chat too, because you know what I didn't bring to the table today's stream is I did not bring any castle medieval puns, but I'm definitely looking for them. So if anybody in chat has any good ones, or even you, Evan, just lay them on me, because I love a good pun.
I usually have a few good puns on the deck, but
this is very specific. This is very specific.
Yeah, when it's like a very I need a castle pun. It's there's gotta be one. I know that the chat can find them. But yeah, it's always, like you said, it's always a great time when we get to play with the community too. Not just in the playtest, but on the streams. It's lots of fun.
I only just saw this, but JPHS Racer, JPSH Racer, that gets me every single time. But they have said building certified by LEGO Builders. So I think that means it's safe.
Yeah, it's gotta be, right?
Yeah.
And this game isn't called Safe Tower, it's called Base Race, right? So we're more concerned with how tall we can build it and how quickly we can build it. Safety is,
secondary.
It's secondary. Not in this game mode. In life, you should be careful. Always make sure that you secure your dresser to the wall and those sorts of things.
Right. Yeah.
Definitely not a lot of that going on in this mode.
Somebody sent me a pun here, so I'm going to read it to you.
Ooh, let's have it.
What did the dragon say when it burned down the castle? This isn't so much of a pun, I guess, as more of a joke.
It's a joke, but it sounds like a good one. I'm excited to hear it.
Well, that's a hot mess.
I like that a lot. Oh, that's awesome. Ooh, let's get this power up here. So, kind of similarly to our free for brawl levels, this has these revealed power-ups, so you can kind of see what you're getting before you hit the block. And we have the transformation staff in here, which turns all of the enemy team into pigs, and there's nothing quite so satisfying. I don't think that I've found is turning the whole team into pigs and then watching them run away as you steal all of their bricks.
Oh, I have another one. I have another one. I normally love castles, but when I see one with the drawbridge up, I can't get into it.
Oh, that's great. That is super good.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you guys don't quite have emote on your bases. That would be really hard to build.
Yeah, that would be
You
tough.
need those resources. You have to deposit those resources somehow.
Yeah, you'd have to have someone stay behind too, I guess, to like run the bridge, like take it up and down.
Right.
Which, you know, doesn't sound like the most fun you could have. Oh, see, we've got pigs.
Oh yeah. So I see that there's like an infinity symbol above like the rock in the middle. What does that
Yes.
mean?
So if you'll notice, like this tree here, for instance, it has 7 bricks left in it, and once it's destroyed, it takes a minute for it to come back. So there's nothing for me to get here. Now this rock in the center, it never runs out. We could mine this rock until the end of time. But the difference is that you'll notice when I hit a tree, maybe that each time I hit it, it gives me a brick. But this takes a few to dislodge one. So the rock is slower in nature to mine, which I don't know how many of you are rock miners out there, but rock takes a while to mine, and the trees are a little bit faster. Now this is the other mine cart that I was talking about. I don't know if you guys see, but that has dynamite in it. So we want to keep this one away from our base. This is the opposite of the gold one. You want to bring the gold one to your base, but this dynamite one, oh no, they've defeated us. We want to get this back to their base because it does 25 damage to a base. Oh man, again.
Oh man.
And it also, if we don't get rid of it in time, it will blow up on its own, and this
is quite the battle.
Yeah, this is intense. Uh-oh, it's starting to look like it.
Literally everybody is fighting for it.
Come on, guys, we gotta hit it up the hill. We can do it. Oh, so close.
It just rolls right back down on you.
And it blew up. So no one lost any real bricks there. It definitely, my pride is hurt a little bit because I thought we could get it up over the hill, but otherwise, no one has lost anything yet.
Wolfmech in chat says brick by brick, day by day.
This is it. This is the long grind.
The game mode, the game mode for brick by brick, day by day.
Another thing that we haven't really talked about, and I haven't done much of yet, just because I'm kind of trying to play a little bit, conservatively, trying to get our structures built up. But we can also come over to your opponent's base, and I can sit here and I can kind of chip away at it. And you can see that they're starting to lose a little bit of progress there. So if you ever find yourself in a scenario where, oh no, the other team's about to win, you can always divert some of your time, some of your resources, head over to their base, and just, take it down a little bit. Sometimes you gotta bring them down a peg. You know what I mean?
Your base is looking pretty good, though.
It's pretty close. We're about there. Oh.
Ross Croft says the king took a risk by moving the meat store to the top of the castle's tower. The stakes are too high.
Ah, the stakes. The stakes. I knew it. That was great. That is good.
And JPSH Racer says, loving the new game mode, more competitive cooperative team action. Which is very cool. I do love that about this game mode.
Yep, it definitely is fun that way, and it does get really competitive. When we were building this, there were a lot of times when we were playtesting it where the whole team is just screaming at each other, not in a super aggressive, mean way, but sometimes when you've about won and then someone takes your tower down, and games can really swing, I guess is what I'm getting at, and that is always exciting when you're really close to taking it, but start to make a little bit of a comeback, or vice versa. It just makes things a little more exciting. So this is a mode where even if you feel like, ooh, we did it, we got it in. So even if you feel like you've lost, hope is never truly lost in this one. You can always kind of make a comeback.
Nacho Nate has a pretty good question. Can you damage the enemy's castle?
Yes, so that is definitely, we kind of said it before, but right here, if I got this, I can sit and take their tower down a notch or two. And really, it's kind of one of those like risk reward sort of things where you're diverting your attention to, impeding their progress and building their tower, but you're also not making any progress on your own. And they could maybe potentially be swinging kind of a counter attack against you. So you kind of have to balance gathering resources and building your tower with keeping the other team's tower in check. So it's kind of this fun like back and forth that you're never quite sure which is most important. And sometimes because they start the victory countdown, and then you go, oh, I should be taking that tower down. But
this game mode is about more than one kind of resource management, right?
Yes, exactly. Got to have a little bit of situational awareness, I think, to kind of know what's going on.
Yeah, that's why I love the team dynamics that come into it, because everybody could play a role, or you guys can just kind of play zone to zone.
Right.
You can really determine how you want to play it.
We definitely saw that in a lot of the play tests too, where there were a few, developers who I'll try not to name just so we don't shame them online, but they're not gathering resources, they're just destroying the enemy's tower, and it's like, what are you doing? But if that's your role and that's what you like to do, like, you do you. And in that case,
play into your strengths,
Yeah.
If you can just grab those resources, then
that's
worthwhile. That's worthwhile.
Yeah, more power to you. And everybody, I think, is contributing in that sense too. You know what I mean? If you're just attacking the enemy's base, you're helping in some way. If you're just collecting resources, you're helping. If you're on minecart patrol, then you're helping. So however you decide to do it, it's up to you, but it's a good time.
Yeah, and so I noticed too from the playtest to now that there were a few changes that were made.
Right.
Mostly due to the player feedback that we received from our playtest. And one of those things, the most important one I think personally, is just that now there's sort of an indicator for when the minecart appears. Before it was like super stealthy, but now I believe there's a spawn SFX as well as a compass that kind of helps you identify that, right?
Absolutely. So like as you said, like before it was a little inconspicuous. It was kind of hard to tell when a minecart came. And honestly, when we were building this mode, that was a little bit by design. I think we kind of wanted it to be something that was like, oh, like, is there a minecart? Is there not? Like, you need to kind of be on your toes. But it turns out that just, it didn't quite feel right. It was a little bit confusing, and there are sometimes where minecarts could come and go completely unknown to, a bunch of the players and stuff. And it just didn't feel right. And that was some of the feedback we got from the playtest, and something that we changed. We definitely tried to make it so, now it's still not like, you don't get an entire like full screen pop-up to let you know that it's there, but we have made it more noticeable for sure, to where it's, see, there you go. I don't know if you heard the little ching, and then there's a minecart, and now we're gonna make sure that it's ours.
Yeah. And I know there's like so much going on in this game mode too, and that was really what we wanted to focus on in the playtest, was making sure that new players and existing players, like our veteran players, all kind of know what they're supposed to do when coming into this game mode, and that there wasn't going to be this super steep like learning curve, right?
Right.
So another thing that was implemented due to that player feedback was kind of adjusting visuals and wording on the pregame explainer, so that you kind of have more information going into it, so you know what you're supposed to be working on, right? And like, what's at stake here.
Yeah, for sure. And we definitely made some adjustments to that. You know, it for us when we're showing you what your objectives are and what it is that are trying to have you do, we want it to be as like crisp and succinct as possible. So we definitely got some really good feedback there. And I think that, you know, it when you see the little objective cards before the game starts, it's pretty clear. As to what your objective is, and if it's not, you know, it's you've got enough to get started on at least. So yeah, we definitely made some, like you said, some adjustments based on the feedback there. We got to get
Looking
this
pretty good. Looking pretty good.
I
Your
know
tower is huge.
this is kind of insult to injury, but I feel like we got to get this this minecart in there.
Well, you
Yeah,
don't want it to affect you, right? So
no,
you have
and
to
here
like,
it comes back our way. Yeah. So, a little bit of a pro tip on moving these mine carts. It is very helpful because we could all just sit down here and swing away at the mine cart until, you know, the sun goes down. But if you really want to get the mine cart moving, sometimes it's good to take a second and just try and get the enemy team off of it, because a lot of times they're going to be focused on the mine cart. It's there, it's shiny, it's exciting. But if you can kind of slip in and maybe, you know, wipe out some of the enemy team, then you're gonna have an easier time moving the minecart for sure.
another important thing is I can see like when you're just hanging out at your base, it looks like your damage is going down. Like your personal the damage that you have.
Yes, yes, and I'll come back and I'll show that. But if you're in here at your base, and this is again something that we added to kind of try and make things feel a little more balanced. But you can see as I'm standing here, I'm regenerating some health. And the reason for that is so if I get eliminated and I respawn here, oh no, we're gonna lose some ground here.
No, oh no.
Aha! But yeah, we've got it. Move, cart, move.
You're doing it all by yourself.
Stay away from this cart. It's fine. Oh, we did it. But yeah, so if I'm here at their base, obviously I'm not healing, but we did it so you don't necessarily get like kind of spawn locked here, so it's not like they can just assault our base and just stand here the whole round and just take it down.
Right.
You kind of have
yeah, because you're healing at home, right? So it's like harder to take you out.
Well, there's that, you know, the old thing that the home field advantage, right? Like,
yeah,
so
exactly.
if you're in front of your tower, that's what happens. It heals you. I don't know how many sports like you guys have all played, but I think that there's a little bit of that's kind of true. So.
Well, yeah, and you're like trying to protect your home base too. Your
Exactly.
king is like sending down mages or whatever
Right.
to help heal you.
Mages and good vibes from all the way up at the top of the tower, right?
Yeah.
He's like, you can do it. I believe in you.
Make me proud.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you'd come down and help, but I guess, you know, you can sit in your tower. That's fine. We'll do all the hard work. Let's see. So we might not get base race again this time. So I think maybe what we'll do is we'll go back out to the main menu and kind of have a look at some of the new stuff in the castle track for just a sec. So for those of you who have been playing already, you can see all this new stuff, but it's been added to the regular castle track. So this is just much longer now. So this is stuff that I already had and already unlocked. None of this progress that you had before is lost in any way. You'll be right where you were. If you finished it all the way, then you'll be right at the new stuff. So you can see I still have a little bit of a ways to go. And this is kind of my own curse because I start a track and then I can't help but like change it all the time. So I'm like moving through all the tracks at a very slow speed. But I'll get there eventually. So here is where we start with the new stuff. So we have the peasant village chapter. We have this adorable peasant child.
Oh my gosh, literally so cute. Love the hair.
Yeah, the hair is awesome, right? And then, you know, we have peasant woman, We have Peasant Man, and he's got like this cool little like backpack sort of thing on.
Bucket back.
Yeah, it's a bucket backpack. You know, there's not a lot of resources. And then we've got the Tavern Keeper. This is a pretty fun
You're
one.
so jolly.
I know. I love the half smile on his, face and the facial hair. Yeah, it's perfect. And then this guy, he's super fun too. Forest Elf.
Acorn hat. Love that.
Yeah, and the leaf cape. That's kind of a fun thing, right? Yeah, everybody is gonna. If I had an acorn hat, I think I would wear it in real life. It would be a good time.
I would make you wear it on stream because we would have to show it off.
I have been asked to wear hats before on stream, believe it or not. So yeah, we've got Night Protector here, and she comes with this really cool moon sword. I like the translucent vibe, and on the shield too. We have the dragon costume, which there's the green version of it. And then this one's super fun. This Dragon Breath emote.
Oh yeah.
Super cool. And then
like you just ate some like fiery chips.
Yeah, that's me after we go out for tacos or burritos for sure. And then Yellow Castle Knight, super fun. She comes with this cool little pony and shield. But this right here, this emote I'm about to show is for sure one of my favorites. It's just the pony ride.
That's almost one that you would see in Western.
Yeah, exactly. It could go either way, right? But anyway,
LEGO Brawls says Evan does that in real life.
I do. This is actually how when they have me come into the office, this is how I get there. Is riding right like this. But anyway, we've got some fun wizard stuff. We've got cauldron emotes. I'll just look at the rest of it kind of quick because
Ooh, yeah, I love that one.
Yeah, it's fun. And then this orc, it's super cool. Fun little orc sword and shield. We've got the falconer. She's super cool.
Yeah, I love that hair.
And then the falcon tamer emote.
Ooh.
So, super fun.
You guys practice that.
I know, like that. Wow. Yep. Totally in sync. And then so we got lots of fun stuff in there. Can we pause for just a second and open a mystery bag too?
Totally. And in the meantime, we've got a few people in chat. So Wolfneck says, "Oh, llama costume girl."
This is exciting for me. Sorry.
Wolfmeck says, "I hope we get some more game modes like this, or even newer ones in the future." And Me-Man is asking, "What's the next theme gonna be?" So we're definitely continuing to work on some new stuff for you guys, but we don't have any details to share just yet. Yes.
No details on the next one as far as that goes yet, but I will say that we're working on stuff still, so it's coming. It's down the road, but yeah, you should be excited about it. And also, you've mentioned this before, but in the Discord, all of our different social channels and stuff like that, let us know what you think about this base race mode when you get a chance to play it. Like you said, it's coming out later today. But yeah, play it. Let us know what you think. If you love it, it's definitely something we can do more of. In the future, base race could be a staple part of the Brawls lineup. So yeah, let us know what you think. And
if you guys are waiting to watching your clocks, as you should be, for when this update is going to come through, for Xbox, Steam, PlayStation, Apple Arcade, and Epic Store, it should be live around 4 p.m. Mountain Time. So just do the equivalent math to your own time zone. And then for Nintendo Switch, it is going to go live at midnight Pacific time on April 1st. And just disclaimer, it is not an April Fool's joke. That's just the timing of things. So it will be out midnight Pacific time, April 1st for Switch users.
That's awesome. It'll be worth the wait too.
For sure.
Worth the wait. But yeah, you can see here our little tooltip. Whacking trees is the fastest way to collect bricks. which out of context doesn't make any sense. Like if someone told you that whacking trees was a fast way to collect bricks, I would argue with you about
Right,
that.
that doesn't
That doesn't
sound
seem
that doesn't sound right.
correct. So
So,
this is, yeah, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna ask if if there's any particular actions that kind of work faster than others towards building your base.
So it's kind of interesting that that was the question you were going to ask, because I was about to talk about my opening moves.
I read your mind.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. So I like to, at the start of every match, and you know, people are gonna take advantage of me for this. I know it, but I like to, right when the game starts, I like to make my way right up to this top tree and just mine it until it's gone. And then I try and go straight to the tower with whatever I can collect. Which gives you a nice little boost, because they start with, I think there's 25 in them when a match starts, so you start off with a nice little boost. But like I said, there's lots of different options. So now that people know that about me, they're just gonna go straight for my tower, or they're gonna come and meet me at the tree and be like, "This is my tree." It's like, no, it's not. It's on my side of the map, And
Do
then
you have like a max amount of resources you can carry at one time?
as a player, you do not. So you can carry as many as you can fit into your little pockets, which I think they're bottomless. But the problem with that is, and this is similar to like the collection mode, is you can see I'm carrying, I've got 20 right now that I'm carrying. But if I kind of get a little too aggressive and kind of get over in here, like this guy, he's got 10 of them, 12 of them. But if I end up, I mean, I'm not going to go down without a fight, but if I do go down,
You're like not gonna hand it to him.
no, I can't. Just so you see there, I drop a bunch of my bricks when I'm eliminated, and that's a big bummer. I worked really hard. I hit the tree with my baguette, and now those bricks are gone. So yeah, there's definitely kind of that risk reward sort of thing. Like you can carry more, but it's sometimes safer to put them in the tower. But then it's never that easy either, because once they're in the tower, like I don't have any control over them anymore. Like if someone comes to the tower, like are they going to steal them? Like are they going to wreck my tower? All that kind of stuff. So lots of choices, decisions to make, those sorts of things. But another thing that's kind of interesting and fun about that is you can see how many everybody is carrying, like at any time. So sometimes you'll see somebody who's feeling a little, brave, kind of a little proud of themselves maybe, and they're carrying like 20 or 30, and then you just say, "Oh, I actually I'll take some of those, thank you," and then they're yours. So lots of fun stuff that you can do with all of that. And it's kind of an interesting thing that we've done here too. I don't know if you guys noticed, but at the end of the match, so it takes 200 bricks in your tower to win, but you can actually kind of overfill it a little bit and put 205 in there, which kind of gives you a little bit of a buffer. So if someone does come to your tower to destroy it, you've got like a 5 brick buffer before you're kicked out of countdown. Because if the enemy team can get you below 200, your win countdown stops, and then you have to get back to 200 again. So in theory, if you had 205 and someone knocked a dynamite cart into your base, then you still got some studs to pick up, some bricks still. So
Gotcha.
Kind of interesting. It's like just enough of a buffer that you don't get kicked out all the time, but it's interesting enough that it's still you're not safe, I guess.
I see that you're mining with a baguette, and
Yes.
JPSH Racer says baguette tree mining is totally recommended. Is the baguette mining method your favorite, or?
Yeah, well, I like I like to use the baguettes, but there are some fish in there, and I don't know if any of you will get the reference, but cutting down a tree with a herring is always, something that's fun to do. So
Yeah,
the dual fish,
unexpected.
yeah, exactly, right.
Just take your axe. I saw somebody there with like a guitar, an electric guitar.
Yeah,
And that's just, you could call that an axe,
yeah,
right?
exactly. It's an axe
There's
in
a
in
pun for
many
you.
circles. That is an axe. Yes. So yeah, and I mean, to be truthful, like, so people don't read too much into this, your melee weapon doesn't actually make a difference in the
Okay.
game, just in your heart. So, but that's
Okay,
why,
yeah,
that's why I
it's a
swing
personal
bread.
choice.
Yeah, I love bread. Bread is delicious. Oh, we got a whole squad of pigs now. Oh, this is my minecart. Thank you. Got it.
So is there a way to remove resources from the opposite tower once it's stored there?
So we can't take any from our own tower. Once they're deposited, they're in there. But we can, like, I've kind of shown you before a little bit. So we're at 49 here, and if I just swing this wonderful baguette, you can see that we're starting to kind of chip away at it. Oh, but they've returned to deposit more. So this is where, if you have a nice power up or something, sometimes it's good to go drop a few pieces of dynamite. Or, oh no, I'm a pig. As a pig, you're not really great at tearing down the enemy tower, but you see here I've got like this like dynamite barrel, and that does some good damage on their tower there. And these bricks that you're dislodging from their tower, you get some of them back too, so you can actually use this as a fourth point to harvest bricks from. It's maybe a little bit rude, but it's a lot of fun. And yeah, and you definitely want to be aware of that. You can see even all the way over here at our tower, we can see what their tower is at. So we can see they're at 37. So you always kind of want to keep an eye on that, because you don't want to let them get too far ahead, get too big of a lead on you, that sort of thing. So it's good to pay attention to that.
When you're preparing to go into this game mode, is
Mm-hmm.
there any specifics you should know about crafting your ultimate loadout? Are there specific power-ups you are wanting to bring to the table?
So this mode it's similar to our like the single player, like, gosh, why is it skipped the free for brawl? Sorry, I had my brain. We have so many names, and we try and make them all clever, and sometimes they escape me. But in free for brawl, we have these power ups that are revealed. So you actually don't bring your custom loadout into here like you do other modes. So you can see that I just got this joust power up, and it's there on the stage before you pick it up. You can kind of see what it's going to be. So if you look like over here, you can see there's a pizza here, and so I can get that to heal. I was kind of already at full health, but this is the dynamite barrel thing, like I was talking about, tossing
Oh,
at their
yeah.
tower. And so
Yeah.
here's like joust, and so boom, we come over here. So there's like a kind of like a curated set of power ups here, which honestly we do to try and keep these modes similar to free for brawl. We try and keep them a little competitive, so everybody kind of is on an even playing field this way. There's not necessarily something that you can bring in that's just going to be like, well, they have the dragon, like I can't. What am I to do? Everybody kind of has the same tools at their disposal. So when you're coming into this mode, the choices that are important are your minifig and whether or not you're going to have a baguette. So those are the important things.
It does seem that there are quite a few people in chat who did get your herring and tree cutting reference.
Oh, good. I'm glad. That makes me happy. So I always feel a little bit like a nerd when I bring that up.
We even got a suggestion from Nacho Nate to add half coconuts as a weapon.
Oh, that would be awesome. And if not as a weapon, at least as an emote, right?
That would be a good one. Oh, JPSH Racer says, I personally use a hockey stick. That's,
there you go.
I'm assuming for resource collection, that would also be pretty useful, I think.
Is that a Canadian thing? Racer, are you Canadian?
I don't know. Yeah, let's find out. And the king is really killing it. His team.
Yeah, King's looking. He's pretty happy in his little tower.
He put together a good team.
I think so. I feel like we're a pretty good team. Let's see if we can get some more of these in there.
So when the minecarts do appear, you're just like whacking them to get them to move one direction or another, right?
Yeah. So the way that those work, kind of like underneath the hood or whatever, is if you hit it, it's gonna go in the direction that you really want it to go, even if that is not the direction you're hitting it from. We kind of just translate that strike into positive movement for you. But that being said, it also makes a difference, what you hit the minecart with. So one of those TNT barrels is going to move a minecart a lot further than a swing from just your regular melee. And if you can hit it with a fire blast from the dragon, that's going to move it pretty quickly too. So it all kind of depends on how you hit it, but we make sure that you don't accidentally send a minecart with dynamite into your own base, which I think is, that's a nice touch.
Yeah. I see you there playing the flute.
Yeah, that was kind of awesome, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite emotes from the castle track, is that flute. I think it's called the Forest Man emote, but it's super fun. And we unlocked the Forest Man just before that too.
This hairy granny kind of looks like you to some degree, so it's like it kind of gives me an idea of what you would look like playing the flute.
Yeah, I think it's pretty close. Just a couple different, some hair dye, a little different, and then we'd be all set. I think, like orange, green. I've got my headphones on even too. It's there. Let's see if we can get into another one here. We've got about 10 minutes left, I think. That's enough time.
We do. Yeah. So if you guys have any more questions, let us know. Even in strategy, I bet Evan will be willing to give you some strat tips.
Yeah, and I've already given a few pointers. I don't want to give away all of my tips because then I won't win all the time out there.
Right.
Actually, I don't know if that's true anyway. Even with my tips, I do lose from time to time. So, and I've played a lot of Brawls. I don't know if you guys can believe that or not, but I have played this game quite a bit.
Yeah, how long has it been now?
I don't even know. It's been like 3.5, almost 4 years, 12 years.
Wow.
I think I played it before most of the viewers, at least.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. See, there I go. I told you about the tree, the opening tree. That's my first move always. I shouldn't have said it. Now everybody's gonna know to go for the opening tree. Oh! So one thing to note about these TNT barrels is they are dangerous. You can make mistakes with these and hit yourself, which is never fun. But like I talked about, it being really good at moving minecarts. Oh, look at those. It didn't move the minecart quite so
Oh,
much, but
oh,
it did kind
oh.
of wipe out the other team. Come on, guys, we can do
Yeah,
it.
you guys, teamwork, teamwork, teamwork.
Ta-da!
Wow. Wait, so how much does the gold contribute towards your base?
So the gold card is kind of interesting because it starts out with, I think it's got like 15 or 20 in it when it starts, but the longer that cart stays out there, it kind of like generates more bricks. So if you guys have been fighting over a minecart for a long time, it will eventually, be worth more. So whoever wins that fight in the end ends up, netting some really good. Oh no, they're gonna get it. Oh, they got it right into our tower. But yeah, so the gold cart kind of grows in value with time, and the dynamite cart does not. But the dynamite cart will eventually explode on its own without any, without actually reaching a tower. So after a little bit, you can kind of see that it looks like it's getting closer and closer to blowing up. And when it does eventually go, you don't necessarily want to be right next to it because it'll ruin your day for sure. Ooh. Remember how I talked about carrying way too many bricks?
Yeah.
Right now
did you get carried away?
I have 55. I better get back.
Carried away.
Yeah, I got carried away. I better get up back over here. Oh, and see, this is the hard decision moment. That minecart's over there, but I gotta deposit my things. Okay,
yeah,
now
you need to get rid of them.
Yeah, I can't.
We've got a couple questions in chat here. It looks like JPSH Racer Gaming says, are there any new Xbox achievements for the new game mode?
We didn't add any new achievements this time around, but that's definitely something that we have the ability to do, and I think that sounds like a good time. We should definitely get some base race achievements out there.
Yeah, for sure. Something we can consider for our next updates.
Yeah.
Seven Deadly Streamer says, you guys did a great game. I can't speak today. You guys did a great job on this new mode. Congrats. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. Can't wait to have you play it and let us know what you think once you get in there and start building your own bases.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mentioned it earlier in the stream, but we are super excited to get to play this with everybody. We had so much fun internally just playing it when we were developing it, and it's going to be so fun to play with all you guys. So can't wait.
Your dragon is a wild.
He is a wild dragon.
Rosscroft says, are you guys planning any summer content? If so, could you consider adding Hula Girl? She's one of my favorite minifigures.
Oh.
We'll have to take note of that one because that one sounds pretty good.
It feels very summer appropriate too, so I'm in.
Yeah. And PG Plays says, has it released yet, or is this gameplay just bots? So this is our first ever stream where we're previewing content prior to release, but the update will go live for Xbox, Steam, PlayStation, Apple Arcade, and Epic Store users at 4 p.m. Mountain Time today. And then for Nintendo Switch, it will go live at midnight Pacific Time on April 1st. So keep that in mind. Right now
it's bots that we've been playing against, but once it goes live, you'll be playing against each other. So yeah.
Pole had also asked, how long does it take to make a new game mode like this from scratch?
It can take several months, depending on how the game mode goes. Sometimes it comes together really quick, and it's like, oh, this is just so much fun, and it just all makes sense. But a lot of times it's maybe not so cut and dry and easy, and then it takes at least a few months, maybe 2 or 3, sometimes longer, depending on the mode. But I would say that's about a ballpark estimate.
Yeah, and they have another question as well. Is there plans of adding more themes or updating existing themes like Monkey Kid?
Yeah, for sure. So definitely anything that kind of exists as Lego is kind of game for new content. Some of it's a little more complicated than others, obviously. But yeah, we can, if they build it, so can we, I guess. But yeah, and then we also, like, this is an example of where we've added more content to the castle theme. So normally we just had our regular control point castle level. This is in the castle realm, if you will, but a different game mode, a different stage, all that kind of stuff. So, and then more castle content to unlock with it. So nothing is off the table, I guess, is what I'm getting at there.
For sure. And we do keep an extensive list of all of you guys, all of your amazing suggestions. So definitely tag us on Twitter or on any of our social channels. And again, follow us, or not follow, rather, join our community Discord, because we have whole like forum discussions for different suggestions and stuff. So we always love to see your suggestions, and they really help us get inspired. So
absolutely. And there are themes like Lego themes that some people forget about, or maybe not some people, but they can be. But something like time cruisers, like, is that something that's interesting to you guys? Well, we don't know unless you let us know in the social channels. So if you got ideas, you got themes you want to see, let us know.
Yeah, for sure. And Silent Hunter also asks, how hard was it to have access to themes and to add them to the game?
It depends, on the theme. There are certain things that are just regular Lego themes that they are totally excited about us using, but then there are other things that maybe are licensed things that are a little more tricky, but definitely not off the table.
Yeah, I'm seeing some pretty good suggestions already. We've got classic space Lego Rock Raiders.
Oh yeah, Rock Raiders. Those were fun. Ooh. Uh-oh. This one's gonna be ours. We did it. All right. Let's go back to the tree. My favorite tree. Let's see what we can do. Ah! Good job, team. And so you can see I barely made it back to the tower, like with just a sliver of health. And then the nice thing, like we had mentioned earlier about being at your tower, is you get some HP back. So lots of fun there. We're just gonna steal this minecart. No one knows. Hey, no, it's mine. No one knows about it. We're just gonna steal it. Not gonna have any problems. Oh, maybe that's not true. Oh no. It's going away. Okay, we got this. And you can see, like I mentioned before, do you see how the value on this is going up? It's at 40 now, 41, 42. Haha!
Oh, wow. You guys are putting in work.
Literally. We were chopping down trees. Yeah, and bringing
You are literally doing manual labor.
Yep, exactly.
Roland asks, hey, will you guys add more champions to unlock?
Ooh. Yeah, champions are definitely another thing that you can expect to see in an upcoming expansion. We have a bunch of them, but those are always fun to design and to get into the game. So yeah, that's again another one of those things where, like, if you want more champions, you gotta let us know. So
yeah, and once again, so many good suggestions in here. I've seen espionage, Alpha Team, Ultra Agents. Ooh. Bionicle, Force Explorers.
It's like bringing back all sorts of things from my childhood.
I was gonna ask you, I guess, while you're finishing up this game, is there any like recent Lego builds that you've done that you really like?
Yeah, I actually just I finished 2 different builds recently. I did the Fender Stratocaster. From like the Lego Ideas line, and then I did this is also from that, but I did the Sonic the Hedgehog one as well.
Cool.
And they were both super fun. They're actually sitting just right above me on the shelves up there.
So would you consider the Stratocaster an axe?
Yeah, I think so. I definitely wouldn't take that though into a brawl for real because it's too, special to me. I can't break the
Right, yeah.
Stratocaster.
Right, yeah. Well, just like that, we've already hit our time today, but it was so much fun. We had a blast. I know we always have a good time streaming, though. That's nothing new.
Definitely.
Yeah, but thank you all for joining us so much. And let us know, in our social channels, in our Discord, any ideas you might have, any suggestions too. If you guys want to see us streaming more, if you have any ideas of what you'd like to see us streaming, or if you want to just hop in and party up with us. Other than that, check out LEGOBrawlsGame.com to sign up for our newsletter. If you're watching YouTube, of course, hit that like and subscribe button. And until then, thanks for being an amazing community, and we hope that you guys love base race as much as we do.
For sure. Yeah, we'll see you guys out there.
Yeah, wait, no, Evan, you have to do the signature.
Oh,
The signature.
I almost forgot. It's been so long. All right, everybody ready? Okay, that's Brawl for now.